going to write my statement of proportionality. Now, I'm going to just kind of give you this warning. Like, I'm going to show you the long way of doing this, okay? Because I'm doing it so that you can truly understand what's going on. Once you start catching, like picking up on this, you'll start seeing there is simpler ways to do this, okay? But I want to show you that, like, kind of the long, drawn-out way so that you understand what's going on, and it makes it, hopefully makes it easier for you going forward, okay? Once you kind of, it clicks, and you're like, oh, I can just do this and this and get the answer, all right? So statement of proportionality. So remember, I'm going to do ST over, which one goes with ST? PQ. So remember, the way we did that was we looked at the similarity statement. ST and PQ were the first two on each. So I put those together. So ST, PQ. Next, I'm going to pick the next one, TU and QR. And then the last one, SU over what? PR. Now, I forgot to put this at the front, but generally, I would have the general idea of like always go from the left triangle or the left polygon to the right one, okay? So from left to right. So put this at the front if you have room, left over right. Because you want to stay consistent. So I want all of the top row to be my left, like sides from the left triangle, and all the bottom row from the right. Sometimes they're going to ask you to tell you to say, hey, give me like the scale factor from left to right. All right? You need to know what that means. And what that means is the left one goes on top, the right one goes on bottom. I would basically, if you just stick with that, you'll get, like most of them, that's what they ask for. Every now and then they might ask for you to do like a right to left or something like that. Okay? But for the most part, left to right is the normal way of doing it. All right. Step 2, plug in. All right, so let's go quickly through this. ST is what? 6. PQ? 4. TU? Do we know it? No, so just put TU for that. Just leave it as TU for now. And do we know QR? No. So leave it as QR. And then SU? 12. PR?
Or no, X.
Yeah, they gave us X for that one, so we can put X. Okay, that's the one we're looking for is X. Okay, so we just wrote the statement of proportionality, and we simply just plugged in for it. Now the third step. Find scale factor. So remember we talked about on Friday, like the scale factor. For example, if you had like a model airplane, and it said a scale factor of 1 over 32, that meant that they took the real airplane and they used that scale factor to scale down to figure out how big do they need to make like each part on the little model so that it matches up with the real thing, right? So we're going to use a scale factor to figure out what the missing parts are on each of our polygons. So to find the scale factor, does anybody remember what we do? So we reduce. Which one of those can we reduce? The first one, 6 over 4. Why can't I reduce any of the other ones?
There's not 2 numbers.
Yeah, there's not 2 numbers to do it. So I'm going to take that 6 over 4. I'm going to reduce it. And please make sure you're writing all these steps out so that when you go back and look, it's easier to figure out what you did. And you're not just scratching your head. 6 over 4 reduced is what? 3/4. 4, it's the other way, right? 4 over 3. No? Oh, 3/2, sorry. 3 over 2. And the last, use scale factor to find X. All right, so I'm using my scale factor, 3 over 2. I'm going to set it equal to the one with x in it. Which one of those did we say had x in it?
12 over x.
12 over x. Now, how do we find x when we have a proportion like this? Yeah, cross multiply and solve for it, right? Cross multiply. 3x is equal to 24. Divide by 3. X equals 8. Does anybody see a simpler way that we could have done this one? So like I said, the way I showed you is the long drawn out foolproof way, but you could have done like 6 over 4 equals 12 over x and so on. It says, find the scale factor from the left to the right, then find the perimeter. Okay? So, first thing we're going to do, I said I'm going to draw it out as much as possible so you see all the details. Okay? This is the foolproof way of doing it. You do a statement of proportionality. So that's going to be ML. And we're going to do left over right just so. ML. And which one goes with ML?
QP.
QP. Then I'm going to do MN. Over which one? QR. And then LN is going to go with that PR. Okay. Step 2, plug in. All right. ML, how much? 9. QP, 12. Roman MN, 15. Noah QR, just QR. Chris LN, 21. And Mateo PR. Just PR, okay? All right, so those are all plugged in. Step 3, we're going to find the scale factor. What do I have to do again to find the scale factor? Reduce, okay? Now notice it said find the scale factor from the left to the right. That means my left number needs to be on top of my right number. And that's why I set it up like this. The left one on top of the right. From left to right. Okay? So that means that the left number, the left triangle's number, needs to be over the right triangle's number. So I'm going to take that 9 over 12. Reduce it. And what does that give me? 3 over 4. So my scale factor 3 over 4. All right, now I need to find the perimeter. How do I find the perimeter of any kind of polygon? Yeah, just add up all the outside sides together, right? Okay. So I need the perimeter, and you've never seen this before, but if you put P in front of the triangle's name, so the left triangle is LMN, I need to find the perimeter of that one. And I need to find the perimeter of, what's the other triangle's name? PQR, okay? And we just got that from up here. We just used the name that they had given them, okay? Can I find the perimeter of triangle LMN?
Yes.
Yes. What do I do?
Add up 15, 9, and 21.
15 plus 9 plus 21.
We get 45.
45. Okay? So that one's easy. Do I have all the numbers to find the other one? No. Okay? One thing I could do, right, is I could say, oh, I could use my scale factor 3 over 4, and I could set it equal to 15 over r here. and then set equal to 21 over PR, and I could find those two sides, right? Okay. And cross multiply, but that, I have to cross multiply and divide and solve out twice. That's a lot of extra work. Okay. The other way to do it is to know that perimeter is directly proportional to whatever the sides are. So that means that I can use my scale factor and set it equal to the perimeters of each one and find the missing one. So this is what it looks like. So step 4 here is finding perimeter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scale factor and I'm going to set it equal to the perimeter of the, because my scale factor is from left to right, so I've got to do from left to right on the other one, perimeter of triangle LMN over perimeter of triangle, the bottom, the right one, PQR. Then I can cross multiply and solve it out. So let's plug in for it. Scale factor is how much? 3 over 4. Perimeter of LMN? What did we find it equaled?
45.
45.
Over X.
Another one we don't know, so we'll call it X. Now I just cross multiply and solve out. $60. Okay. So I heard X equals 60. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes. So the perimeter of triangle PQR is 60. All right, there's my 3 answers.